It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It sure is. Not just because the lights behind me are red, but also because we have a youth intake coming up and the footballing Santa keeps gifting us wins. This is turning into one incredible season. I wish I could say the same about the youth intake, but at least it's worth going through because we need to rely on youth if we are going to make it from the Swedish third tier to the Champions League. Here we go. So before we get into total Christmas spirit, we need to talk a bit about the Grinch. And the Grinch, of course, it's our board. Look what they've done. They've gone and sold Vali Suljic and Jardel Kanga, possibly the two most important players in our squad. We had nothing to do about it. Nils Wallenberg also left, but I had kind of fallen out of love with him, so I'm just happy that we got a bit of money from him. But to lose Kanga for £500,000 to Malmö FF, absolutely awful business decision, absolutely awful for our on-pitch performance, absolutely awful altogether. And Ali Suljic, our best defender, losing him as well for nearly nothing. It's not like this gives us a huge amount of money to spend. We now have 300,000 in overall balance that we will lose very quickly. So I'm actually gutted, and the youth intake wasn't all that good either. Okay, so 2 5-star potential players, 2 4-star potential players. Peter Kisvaludi says that this could develop into a golden generation, but I'm not taking his word for that because I don't think that these guys actually look that good. However, last season's batch of players, I wasn't too impressed with them either, and as you saw in the last episode, they have really turned into fantastic players, some of them just within the year. So if you and I can imagine that sort of development when we rest our eyes on these players, then maybe we can at least hope and dream for a couple of these players. I'm not saying several, I'm saying a couple of them to become good enough to make a difference for our first team in the future. But I'm not that sure. I'm also going to do something which you might be a bit surprised about, but we will get to that after looking through this year's intake players. Okay, get ready. Smile your last smile. You are not going to be smiling after this. Here we go. So I'm doing this from bottom to top. 2-star potential ability, Niklas Nildén. Bravery of 17, aggression of 13. So a bit stupid, a bit brave. At least he can throw himself into a challenge or two. I don't have very high hopes for him. Then Erik Olofsson, 2.5-star potential. He can tackle, he's decent natural fitness, aggression and bravery as well, but that's not the sort of player we are after. I don't think he will turn into anything valuable. Vahid Bayo, a bit of the same here as well. Decent mentally, 2.5-star potential ability, no decent technical attributes whatsoever. I think he really will struggle to play the sort of football we want to play. So far, so bad, so to speak. Odysseas Kapotaglis, fantastic Greek name. Doesn't appear to be a fantastic Greek player. Passing of 11, work rate 14, teamwork 10. Sort of maybe a hard-working midfielder. He's a left winger here, though we don't use left wingers, so his 3-star potential ability will probably be used to nothing. Carl Bergman, at least he looks happy to be here. He doesn't want to run, he doesn't like to run. Decent work rate though for a guy who is fairly slow. We will struggle to use him for anything determination or thought. We did see Christopher Krebs develop, but I'm struggling to see development in this kid. Norlin, they're still the same. I think you are getting fed up with me just complaining over all these players coming in. Aggression 16, surely that must be good. Yeah, I guess. But what are we going to use it for? His free kick taking? He's absolutely awful at everything else. This is looking like it's going to be one hard challenge. Kustrin Berisha, 3 tenths at least, dribbling, first touch, free kick taking. An aggressive lad as well. I wonder what our head of youth development has been feeding these players. All very aggressive, all small Roy Keanes, aren't they? This guy, he's not aggressive. 3.5-star potential ability. Well, he's not aggressive. He's not good at anything. Work rate of 12, balance of 15. Oh, this is not gymnastics. This is football, and I cannot see him play the game. Ouch. Arkadiusz Muziolik, Polish name, kind of Polish looking guy if you squint with one eye. Another decent free kick taker, another brave lad, nice teamwork, but how on earth are we going to play our passing game with this sort of players coming through? Oh, God give me strength. Mauri Ojala, at least I have to work on my pronunciations of foreign names. That's a good thing. Tackling of 12, aggression of 11, pretty shit at everything else, just like the rest of them. Why aren't we getting better technically players coming through? Well, I don't know, or we simply aren't. Lucas Wahlgren, technique of 12. Yeah. And then what? And then nothing. Bravery 19, aggression 13. If we were a team struggling in the Norwegian second tier, then I would be over the moon. But now we actually want to play football, and with these players we will really struggle. So here we're going to play with dribbling 11, first touch 12, and technique 11. Then he is absolutely awful at everything else. Shame on you, Jonathan Olsson, for not being a better physical player. Shame on you. Adrian Strand Åhlund, he's a keeper. I'm not good at evaluating how good or bad the keepers are, but aerial reach, handling, reflexes, all above 10, that must be good. Potential ability of 4. Maybe we could chuck him in goal. I don't know. Like all the wise men say, goalkeepers never win any games for you. So here we go. More of the same. Aggressive guy, marking 10, tackling 7, teamwork 12. Well, we cannot field a team with 11 defensive midfielders. Well, I guess we could, but we won't. Victor Karlsson, first touch 11, technique 15, a bit of flair, a bit of teamwork, potential ability 5. I have a slight smile on my face, so maybe one player who will be useful for us going forward. What about the last guy? Stefan Gillberg, determination 14, heading 17, and aggression 19. He's a striker and doesn't like to finish. He's not fast, but he's fairly strong. 5-star potential. 5-star potential is always good, so we have to hope and pray for some really huge developments going forward. And this is the thing I was talking about, the thing that might surprise you a bit. But I'm going to send Peter Flodin away. Bye, Peter Flodin. I am not happy with your performances. I think the players you brought through have been shit. You brought through too many wingers. I think that's an issue with his preferred formation. So I'll try to find someone better who plays a wingerless formation. So let's stop sulking and look at this brilliant run of form. Oh my, oh my. After our last game, things have been going well for us. We managed to beat 4th tier team Huddinge 3-1 with a fully rotated team in the Swedish Cup second round. Then we beat Västerås away 4-1. Drew in a slightly disappointment game against Ljungskile, and then we lost to Halmstad for the second time this season. But we got to play our favourite opponents again, Jönköping Södra, I don't know if you remember, but we beat them 5-2 in the live game before, and now we beat them 3-1. This means that we are still top of the league, and by quite a margin now. I wouldn't say that that is because we're playing great, but all the other teams are beating each other. We have 7 teams within 5 points behind us, and if we look here, Örebro, Gais, Östersund, and maybe Helsingborg are fighting it out for that relegation playoff spot. I think that's what we can realistically aim at the moment, a top 3 finish. But if we're going to get a top 3 finish, we need to get a point through the game today, and preferably 3 points. If we get 3 points today, we are mathematically all in the clear. If we get 1 point, then we still have a decent chance. And I'm going to be truthful with you. If we lose, we're going to have a decent chance still. But a win would secure promotion to the Swedish top division. I could never have dreamed of this going into the first game, and I don't think the pundits did either, or the bookmakers. Imagine if I would have had the possibility to maybe bet 100k, 200k, just pocket money to get us promoted. Then we would have had several millions now, because I'm that certain that we are going to get that promotion. And then I'm just as certain that we are going to struggle massively next season. But as I go through this team, no real surprises except for maybe the next guy, Jakob Eklund. Maybe it's not a surprise, but he has kept improving. So he has earned his spot in central midfield together with experienced junior and Marcus Hallgren, who is turning into a big star. He is the new diamond in our treasure chest as Kanga has left us. So Oskar Nordlund plays only because he scored a brace in the last game, not because he's any good, but I don't have the heart to put a guy who scores a brace on the bench. So Krebs and Farage up front. Wish us luck. 3 points means promotion. So here we go. The teams line up. The game is on its way. We start with the ball. Will we have an early highlight, or is it one of those kickoff non-highlights? Of course, it's a kickoff non-highlight. I might even start editing them out. Albin Krebs. We keep the ball. Hallgren to Junior to Hallgren again. Sögaard. Playing the ball around, out into the corridor, into the middle. Nice finish from Wallenborg. Great finish from Wallenborg, but not great enough. Krebs to Junior. Back to Wallenborg. Junior. Oh, 2 decent wing-back finishes so far after 10 minutes. No goals. Like I said, 1 point could very well secure this for us, but 3 points would definitely mean that we would go up, and I could just relax for the last 3 games and play as many youngsters as possible. Well, I know now you're saying that I've played loads of youngsters so far, but I could play even younger players or even more younger players. I have some 15 and 16-year-olds in my back pocket that I could throw in. Eklund to Wallenborg to Krebs. Back to Eklund. Get the ball out again. In. Farage. We go 1-0 up. I can smell the Swedish Premier Division. Can you smell it? Yeah, I know. It smells an awful lot like body odor. But it's the smell of the Swedish Allsvenskan. Figueroa. 2-0 up. We are 2-0 up. I'm having chest palpitations. Lucas Forsberg. We are 2-0 up. Farage and Forsberg from no angle whatsoever. Could we win this 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0? If this keeps going, we are going up. I know that I'll probably jinx it, but we are looking so dominant. Remember, we are away. We are newly promoted into this league. We are playing a team full of youngsters, and they are looking amazing. I have such a huge smile on my face. The Christmas spirit is back. I've forgotten all about the Grinch. I've forgotten all about the awful presents that Santa left under the tree during the youth intake day. Ooh, I thought we were going to go 3-0 up there, but we didn't. I'm choosing to be 100% happy, and I'm ignoring the fact that we are going to struggle massively next season because no one is going to shit on this parade. I'm surprised and I'm proud and I'm happy. Imagine if we could survive one division higher, then we could really start building something. We haven't been able to increase any facilities so far because we haven't had the money. But imagine if we could actually start earning a bit of money, because our squad costs nearly nothing in wage budget. Well, junior costs a hell of a lot. Oh, very close, going 3-0 up. But the rest of the players cost nearly nothing, so we don't have that many expenses. I don't know, we don't have that much of an income either, because we have nearly no fans coming to our games. But at least I think we get a bit of TV money if we play in Allsvenskan. Half time, and I'm not even watching the game. I'm just over the moon by this result. 2-0 up, 45 minutes away from promotion. I can smell it even more loud and clear now. I think that was their first chances so far this game. 2 shots on target. We've had 7, completely dominating them away from home. Brilliant performance, even though Marcus Hallgren doesn't appear to have one of his better games. The young gem. Figueroa, experienced central defender, to Ekdal, the young midfielder. Junior playing the ball around nicely. Now something needs to happen. Junior. Wallenborg gives it away. That's not what I wanted to happen. But we win it again. Lucas Forsberg, the goal scorer, to Amadeus Sögaard. Not a long ball. He loves those long balls, but this time he runs. That's a beautiful pass. Farage, get the ball in. Half an hour left. Another chance for us, Junior. They get the ball away, but we take it back. Forsberg, not most technically gifted player, gets it to Ekdal. Oh, another decent finish. Now I'm actually starting to be a bit surprised. How come we are not leading this by a bigger margin? Here they come though. Oh yeah. I think that's their best chance so far. I think we've had like 4, 5, 6, 7 chances as good as that one. Still, we are only 2-0 up. Hey, let's make it 3-0. Krebs. Oh, it's the post. Oh, how could that one not go in? Well, it didn't go in because he hit the post, of course. That was more of a rhetorical question. Junior to Wallenborg. Send it in. Ooh. Onion is having a good game for them, I guess. Great chances. 2.12 xG against 0.78. A few changes. Hallgren and Wallenborg are tired, but we'll give Haglund a bit of game time and take off both the young midfielders. Wallenborg will simply have to play through this game. Ekdal back to Junior. Gets the ball out. This is the last you do before we sub you off. Make magic. Okay, that's not magic. At least not in my book. Here they come though. Okay, class finish. but totally against the run of play. They make it 2-1. Long ball. Nice flick. Sloppy defending from, not sloppy, lazy defending from Figueroa. Doesn't even bother to track back because I think he is also smelling that sweet Premier Division scent. I cannot see them turning this around. But I am the master jinxer though, so we will see. I'm not too fussed though. I think another point or two in the next coming games will probably secure promotion for us. If we don't get it here, Sörgård. Oh, he misses that one. I think he should have gotten that one on goal. 5 minutes left. Let's just end this so we can start celebrating. What does our keeper do that? Had he already started celebrating? Was that a dance he was doing? They throw the ball in, set it in behind, and what's he doing? It could be an inverted moonwalk from him, but it doesn't impress Ofia, who makes it 2-2. And now I realised that that scent I was feeling before wasn't the smell of the Premier Division. It was basically the smell of me not showering since this save started. I made a promise to my wife not to shower until we hit the Premier Division. She wasn't impressed though, and that's why I'm sleeping on the couch. But one of those days now, one of those days. Okay, slightly disappointing. It ends 2-2. Let's see what that leaves us in the league table. So we are 12 points ahead of Sundsvall and Falkenberg. So we will at least reach the promotion playoffs, and we basically, if we get one more point going forward in the last 3 games, we will get promoted. I have a feeling we're going to do this. I'm over the moon. Premier Division, here we come. Woo-hoo!